Another reason you have to watch out what's going on in America is because the total corruption of the justice system. It's pretty bad. Uh, I saw what they did that judgment against Trump. The Gentiles are supposed to have a system of courts of law, but they're not supposed to abuse them like that. And when this judgment came out, I was telling someone, I said it should alarm everyone else. They could do that now to anybody of their political opponents, just summarily convict them without a trial, and then give them all sorts of ridiculous fines. Okay, you're fined $1 billion. So all their property is seized and all their money is seized, and that's it. They're like Chazal said. Similarly, what did this is not in the Torah. People think this is in the Torah. Jacob said that when he went to Aram, he left the land of Israel. He only had the shirt on his back. He had a walking stick when he crossed the Jordan. Why? It says Esau did attempt to kill him at that point. He sent Eliphaz, his oldest son, to try to kill him, and the father of Amalek, by the way. And Jacob was able to talk him out of it. Please don't kill me. Take all my money. Al-Pi Midrash, a person who has no money is considered dead. So that's the way he was able to fulfill killing Jacob. Taking away someone's money is basically like killing them, making them poor. And Chazal say as much. They say there's some people who consider dead. A person who has no money, he might as well be dead. So I thought that if they're very liberal with applying this new legal standard, this new precedent, they're going to bankrupt everybody. They're just going to destroy everything. Or maybe they'll just they'll restrict it to their political opponents. So they'll take the next one. Once this exists, they're going to use it against every one of their political opponents. And then you, and then me, just like they're doing right now with the sanctions. The bank will just say, nope, you don't have any money here. Now you've repossessed all your money. Try to get it back from them. We're going to make it impossible for you to buy any food. By the way, that's what it says in the Midrash about what the Sodomites did. How did they starve the guest to death? The sojourner came to town, asked for a way to, some money or something like that. So people gave him money. They gave him money, but then he was going to try to use it. They gave him gold coins. Back then, money, of course, is gold and silver. They gave him their gold and silver, but they had special markings on them. And when this fellow tried to purchase food just to survive, no one would honor his purchases. They waited for him to starve to death, and then they would take his corpse and everybody would come back and take his own piece of gold that he had given this poor guy. So too, if you make it that people cannot support themselves, people cannot pay their bills so that they can just have a place to live and eat and drink. So you're basically killing them. By the way, one of the people who are sanctioned are my neighbors. So if they could do it to them for no crime whatsoever, so they could do it to you. This is basically we didn't protest enough when the Castro regime, the second Castro in Canada, did this to his own people, seized their property. Not enough people fought back. Certainly not. There's not going to be another country that's going to punish the Canadians for doing such a thing. Remember, it worked. That's the way it is with these evil people. It worked they made Cuba such a beautiful place. Now they're working on Canada, and the next is the United States. So I was very concerned that in New York, they basically make it impossible for anybody to conduct business. But luckily, the corrupt governance of New York said, "Don't worry, no one else. We don't intend to do it to anybody else," which is such a shock. It's like basically acknowledging, yeah, this was a political prosecution, but don't worry, we only did it to this one guy because we really, really hate him. If once you have this type of tool in your hands, this weapon, you're going to use it again, and it just shows the admission that this was a blatant political prosecution. And I'm not saying Trump is a tzaddik, but I am saying that he didn't deserve this, and we all know it. So don't feel any better. Gentile societies letting all sorts of violators of clear crimes get away while prosecuting political opponents is setting themselves up for the korban. Don't forget that's the Rambam says, lack of law and order, justice, uh, convicted the people of Shem. It showed that they were all guilty. They didn't have any system that bring any actual criminals to justice. A well-known criminal, they let him get off scot-free. So that was basically their death warrant.